Hello, my darlings. You're so very, very welcome. It's Aisling, and this is our webinar, 7 ways to multiply your money in your business. So you're just so welcome today. Can I just check that everybody can hear me and see me before we go ahead? Brilliant. So we've been having a little bit of fun, had some music on, warming up the space. I'm really excited. I've been thinking about this all night. And like I thought, okay, there's 7 ways, seven ways. And there's just so many ways that you can make money in your business, like literally so many ways. And I was like, okay, you just have time to talk about 7. So I'm going to try and condense. If everybody can just mute make sure that you're muted, that would be fantastic. So I'm going to try and condense as much as I possibly can into this hour. I'm going to try and keep what I need to say within an hour, and then I'm allowing a half an hour after that for Q&A, for anything you want to ask me about the webinar, about what we've covered, about anything that's happening in your life, or you want some angel messages, or you want some practical coaching, or maybe you're considering jumping into the alignment program and you have some questions around that. So there will be plenty of time at the end for Q&A, but please, I would really appreciate your support. Appreciate when I'm saying something that's like, oh my God, that's fucking exactly what I needed to hear today. I would really appreciate if you just comment in the chat. Let me know that this is resonating, speak to each other, support each other throughout this. And if you have questions, post them in the chat as we go. And at the end, I will go back through the chat and I will go back through the questions. So this is interactive, make sure that you're getting the most that you can from this space. Some more joining us. So this is what we're going to do, an hour of content, get in as much as possible, and then Q&A at the end. So who the fuck am I? So for anyone that doesn't know, is brand new and finding yourself on this webinar, whether you're watching the replay or, I'd love that you're joining me live, but if you're watching the replay and you have no idea who I am, my name is Aisling Mooney. I'm an angel intuitive first and foremost. That is my gra, that's my thing. I speak to angels morning, noon and night. I swear a lot. So, that is just me. That's the way I speak to not to my mother, but to my sisters and to my friends. So if I try to curtail that, it doesn't come across somehow as really me. So if you don't like flowery language, please leave the building now, because there's going to be a lot of it coming up. But please know that I don't mean to upset anybody or offend anybody, but with anything that I say, it's just me. So I teach about angels, and I've been working with angels for years and years. And then I started to open up groups because I wanted to be in this space myself. So I started I hosted my first group because the group that I was in was closing down. So I was literally like, oh, holy fuck, I'm going to have to open a group because I don't want to stop doing this work. So I opened my first group, began teaching about angels, absolutely terrified, and grew this group, had these live events, had retreats. Some of you may have even come and attended live years and years ago when I used to do live retreats. And then as time went on, I started to really look at the fact that I was working my ass off, had multiple side jobs, and just really wasn't making any money. I wasn't charging enough. People were not turning up. People were not, wasn't getting paid. I was heading for burnout. I had 2 young kids. And it came to a point for me where I went to the doctor and my hair was falling out. And I was literally like, my hair is fucking falling out. What's happening here? And I expected him to give me a pill, a magic pill, and go, here you go. This is what's wrong. It's thyroid. It's this, it's that. Here's the pill. You can go back to work. And the doctor literally said, it's burnout. You are literally exhausted. And the only solution is for you to rest, to take a step back from everything as much as you possibly can and rest. And that for me was the moment of, oh my God, I'm fucking pretending that I have a business, but I'm working my ass off. There's no money coming in, and it is literally affecting my health. Like my hair was literally falling out in clumps, and I had 2 young kids running around. I was studying for a degree at the time. I was trying to build this business. I was working part-time as a personal development teacher, and just everything sort of fell down for a few months. And I just said, okay, I need some help. So I went and began training. I got some coaching support, paid a lot of money that I didn't have at the time, which I'm not sure I would do again, like those big investments. But, you know, I'm talking about thousands. One of my coaches it was $5,000. Another one was 18 grand. It was crazy, the money that I invested in the beginning. I'm not sure if I would make those huge leaps again, but I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad I got through it. But I got some coaching support. I got some community support. I got some mastermind buddies, some angel buddies, which are still friends today, nearly 10 years later. Some of my best friends are people that, and I know some of you that have joined groups, and, you know, some of my best friends now in my world at the moment came from those coaches and programs that I signed up for in the early days. And I learned all the traditional stuff about marketing, growing your business, reaching your audience, sales. Terrified me. I learned copywriting. And I just started to make some money, started to get this idea that I didn't have to, you know, I could create other options rather than just one-to-one, just me using my time and energy. And I wanted to reach lots of people, and I wasn't reaching lots of people with having 20 people squeezed into a room in the church around the corner. You know, that was, thank God they let me in. So one of the students said to me, we have a room. So it was like a couple of euros or something, I don't know what it was. And we had 20 people crammed in there, all sorts of people, all sorts of wonderful people from all over Ireland, traveled and joined me in that little group. But, you know, I wanted to go bigger. I wanted to travel. I loved traveling. So as soon as my kids were grown, I wanted to travel. I wanted to just expand my world. I was a lifelong learner. I naturally just fucking love people, and I love meeting people, and I'm very interested in people from different nationalities, places. I just it's a bigger world for me. I've been traveling since I was 18. I've lived in 5 different countries. My son was born in Brazil. He's 14 now. So, you know, I've literally lived and worked in 5 different countries. I've backpacked around South America. I've had some incredible experiences. And then I had kids and settled down for about 10 years. And I can feel that coming back now as I'm getting into my elder years, a little bit more freedom. My kids are growing up, that I can start that traveling again. But that was one of the reasons I always had this idea, because the seed first came really when I was in Brazil, just before my son was born. And we were living at this white sandy beach, like Praia de Pipa, go Google it, near Natal in Brazil. It is stunning. We lived there, and I just thought, I want to be able to create something that I can do online with my computer, and I can, you know, the laptop lifestyle or whatever. But what I really wanted to do was just that freedom to travel and live where I wanted, but keep the authenticity of teaching people about angels. So I began to do that. And then people started to ask, can you teach me how to do this? Can you show me what you've done? So I started to teach about all the things that I had. And I'm not perfect. I still, this is a work in progress. You know, you don't learn copy or marketing or sales and then never have to go back and learn it again. You know, I literally reached out to Michelle this week and said to her, can you please just fucking look at the web page for the alignment program and just give me a different perspective. Tell me what needs to be shifted, what changed. So, you know, I'm not an expert at this. We need each other. We need each other's eyes. I can look at your business and I can see what's missing, or, you know, I have a great, I have this thing, if you can, like one girl said to me, I need to know what's the fastest path to make 6 figures. I gave her that path, and we literally sat down and figured out that if she set up a membership, I think it was 33 euros. I don't know what it was. Anyway, but we just set her on the path to making money in her business. Michelle is saying the beauty of the alignment program group, so many gifts and skills is in there, as well as lovely souls. Yeah, it's an amazing community. So I began teaching. That's where you probably come in. A lot of you, if you're new to me or around in the last couple of years, you're like, okay, that's where you've come in, where you want to learn about business. And one of the questions Michelle asked me this week was, why angels in business? And I was like, oh, fucking hell, I didn't even realize that some people probably don't know why angels in business. And it's because I call on my angels in every aspect of my life and, of course, my business. This morning I was lying in bed and I was thinking, angels, what do I need to do? What do I need to bring here to serve at the highest level so that everybody gets something, that everybody leads with something? And they gave me a moment that we're going to take now in just a second. But that's me in a nutshell. I could rattle on for hours, but who cares? Like, you really want to get into the juice of this. So what I want to do is just take a moment. So this is literally what the angels gave me to start with. So literally, I just want to take a moment. I'm going to light a candle. And I'm going to just call in our angels, because I don't do anything without them. You know, there is traditional business. We can know all the marketing, all of the, you know, funnels, how to do sales calls. But unless you bring your intuition, you bring your angel team in there, there's something off. You know, there's something up there. It just somehow doesn't seem to work. It's like the energetics. We need to be looking at the energetics. So it's like, oh my God, there's nobody signing up to my program. Well, maybe if we look at the energetics of that, we're connecting with our angels, we see that there's some trauma from a past life where you were a witch and you were murdered and tortured and murdered for your gifts. Maybe in this life, it's so fucking scary to get your PayPal link working, because that's going to bring in clients and that's going to make you visible. So it's like understanding the energetics and bringing in your angels and bringing in that healing is, I can't do business any other way now. I tried it the other way. I had all the best coaches in the world. I had $1 million coaches, but honestly, it's about coming back to being your own guru, learning all the stuff, but just coming back to what works for you. And you're here as a light worker. You wouldn't be in this. You wouldn't be listening to me if you weren't. You're a healer. You're a teacher. You're a leader. You want to make a difference in the world. You want to fucking heal this world. You want to leave it as a better place than you found it. I mean, that's why you're here. So let's just take a moment. So just take a breath. Put your hand on your heart. Just take a breath. And we're just going to call in our angels, just literally for 2 minutes. We're just going to call in our angels, and I'm asking the angels to just give you exactly what you need in the session, in whatever area of your life. You know, whether that's your business, your friendships, your relationships, your health, your spiritual path, that you receive exactly what you need during this next hour and a bit that we're together. So just take a moment in that space and just dropping down into your heart, and anything that's on your heart right now, just hand it over to your angels. Anything that's blocking you or challenging you or that you're worried about, just hand it over. You know, whether you can feel that physically or just literally you can move your hand. I'm just giving this shit to you, angels. Take it, take it. Help me with this. Help me to find the best path. Help me to find a solution to this. And just see yourself handing over whatever is on your heart right now, just handing it over. And Archangel Michael has just stepped in and he's just holding out a big black sack and is like, just dump it in here, love. Just dump it in here. It's okay. We're going to take it up. We can take it up later if you want, but just drop it in the sack. Your to-do list, anything you're feeling worried about, anything that you need to get done today, the shopping, the washing, the kids, husband, partner, throw it all in. And just feel the relief. Just feel your body shift a little bit as you just let that go. Just feel the relief as you just let that go. I'm just letting the candle down because it's burning my fingers. Just really bring yourself into the space. And this is a space of light workers and healers. And we are all bringing our angels and our angelic team into this space. So you're going to get some healing here. So I'm just commanding that. I'm just requesting that everybody that is here live or watching the replay, that you're going to get some healing for whatever is happening in your life right now, wherever you need it. If it's your finances, if it's bringing in more clients, if it's getting that tech support, if it's something to do with your kids or family or your personal development, you're going to get whatever you need, only according to the divine law, not mine. So only what you need. And your guardian angel is here, protecting you, the gateway to your soul, making sure that you receive all that you need today. So thank you, thank you, thank you, angels. So just very gently bring yourself back fully present into the room with me. Open your eyes if you close them. So lovely to see everybody here. Okay, so we're going to dive into this. I want to take a moment, and I forgot to put the link, but I'll put it, it's all in the Facebook group and everybody knows it. Before we dive into these 7 days, of course, I'm enrolling in the alignment program, unless you've been under a rock, you know that. It is going up in price, really to reflect the value that's in that program in probably about 24 hours. So if you're interested, I'm going to go deeper and I'm going to explain a little bit about all the stuff that's in it towards the very end. But I'll also post in the Facebook group. But I'm just encouraging, welcome to everybody that has joined. We have lots of angelites here on this call and in the Abundance Masterclass. And I hope that you're feeling their energy and their love and their support. And, we're opening our arms. You are welcome to join. You can get started for as little as €97 a month for 12 monthly installments. And then that's it. You have lifetime access to that community, to all of the coaching, all of the support, the Ask Your Angel sessions, the Heart Masterminds, everything is included. And every month we have a connection with an archangel, so a different archangel. So you have access to all of that for €97 a month. Or if you want to pay one installment of €997, you also get a one-to-one session with me worth €500. So I forgot the link, so I don't have it, but it's in the Facebook group and I will post it wherever this video the replay is. But I would love to see more of your lovely faces join us in that community. It really would bring me, it would be such a pleasure to serve and to support you all in your spiritual business. So we're going to dive in to 7 ways, I can't remember the name of the webinar, 7 ways to multiply your money in your business. So the first way, some of these are energetic and some of these are practical because I'm a bit of both. So first one, build a community. This has been paramount to me making money in my business. Community is fairly easy for me because it's something that I love people. I love connecting with people. I love networking. I love bringing people together. I love supporting people. So it's been a fairly easy piece for me. But even if you build, and I have a capacity or a desire to build large communities, and I seem to be able to serve in large communities. But that wasn't always the case. In the beginning, it was small communities. I had to really work up to that. but that is the number one. Like, who at the moment has a community? If you want to type, you might have a Facebook group, you might have your email list. Like, just say yes if you have a community, and what your thoughts are on community. How important do you think that is? For me, it is the number one. So Facebook group, yeah. You can have a community on Instagram, you can have one on YouTube. There's a lot more work in YouTube, but there are some amazing community spaces on YouTube with consistent content creators. But community is the number one. Facebook, Instagram, email, I love that. Facebook group, started building my list, yes. So yes, so community is the number one thing. So if I was starting out tomorrow, one of the things I would focus on is building my community. And there's lots of ways to do that. You know, you can give some free content, and you can literally set up a Facebook group on Facebook tomorrow and start building your community. Now, you want to do that strategically so that you don't fucking burn out and are managing the energy of that group. And you're like, oh my God, what am I going to post today? What am I going to post today? Oh no, I'm not going to have my period. I can't. My hair's in bits. I have a cold sore, but I have to show up because I've committed to this group. So you need to, you know, there's just a caveat with that. So one of the ways I've managed that is that I have worked with free community. Oh, thank you so much. Michelle has put the link in. Thank you so much, darling. I really appreciate that. Is it a public page, or a group, or community? You can have a group. Your email list could be your community. My Facebook page isn't really working, so I don't really use it. I use the group, and I use my personal profile on Facebook, and I use my Instagram. I'm starting to really go big on Instagram. So it really doesn't matter once you have, like, if I have my assistant measure my community every single week, and she sends me the stats of where we are on YouTube, where we are on email, where we are on Instagram, Facebook, the group, the page, and how it's increasing. So my community overall at the moment, my email list is about 3,500, but my community overall across all those spaces is about 13,000. But I still consider my email list the number one place. That's where I send everybody, because Facebook can disappear overnight. So you really don't want to be depending on social media platforms. They're a fantastic add-on in your business, but do not depend on them. Facebook overnight closed down one of my Facebook pages with about 3,000 people, just gone overnight and never got it back. Thank God I had the email list, and I was in the middle of a launch, and I was still able to serve. So community, I'm trying not to rattle on too much on these, but community is number one. I'm going to answer questions at the very end. The second one is start a movement. Be the leader of your own revolution. Figure out what's important to you. What is that one thing? Why are you bringing this community together? So, and that can change. It doesn't have to stay the same forever. It can change and grow as you grow. So my the first reason for bringing my community together was to teach people about angels. So that was it, that angels exist, you're never alone. And there's this whole amazing team of angelic beings there to support you in every single aspect of your life and business. That was my revolution, or that was my movement. You know, that was my passion. That was what I wanted to do. So if you know yours, pop it in the chat. Let us know what that is. That might spark some ideas for some other people. But what is it that you really want to, you know, what's your movement that you want to create? And you might not know that today, and that's okay. You can, I want to spark some ideas so you can start thinking about this. What is it, if you could, when you leave this planet and there's one fucking thing that you want to have done, what is it? You know, what is your desire? What is your gra? What's the difference that you want to make? What's the healing that you want to make? You don't have to answer me now. I just want to start sparking. If you know it, stick it in the chat. But if you don't, hopefully I'm sparking some ideas and you can get thinking about this today. So I started with angels, and then I moved into business. And as I grew and changed and became more confident, My movement now is to create a fucking group of incredibly strong, confident women, wealthy women that can make a difference in this world, that are teachers and leaders and change makers and are just ready to make a massive difference, you know, and make loads and loads of fucking money so that we can be a positive part of this capitalist world that we're in. Capitalism is not going away. So, you know, I just think it's time. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in the planet. I can see more and more women moving into office. Still so little of us out there. And there's a whole new generation. I'm just blown away by the new generation that's coming of women, young women. I was watching somebody talking about tampon tax yesterday, and this young woman's only in her 20s and she's fucking like revolutionary. But it's just so that's my latest sort of movement, is to create women, wealthy women, powerful wealthy women like me, like you know, might not be feeling that yet, you know, but that's, you know, in a space that's the way I want to do that is create a space, give everybody all the fucking tools they need, and then create that space and that community when you're having your crappy days to just lift you up and say, it's okay. I've been there. This is what you need to do. Take a rest, take a break, go hug your dog, and then come back tomorrow and you'll have your breakthrough or whatever it is that you need. But just to create that space where you have the coaching, but you also have the human support that you need in your life, because business is tough. This is tough, you know. It's not, I can't even, fucking had a wobbly day this week. Tuesday was a very wobbly day for me. I felt emotional, I felt down, I felt like, what the fuck? And then, but it was like reminding myself that's the breakdown before the breakthrough. Wednesday I woke up on fucking fire, ready to take on the world. You know, and by the way, on the Wednesday I had reached out to Michelle, or the Tuesday I had reached out to Michelle, I think, or maybe it was Wednesday morning. So that was, you know, reaching out to somebody that's in your community, that's in your circle, and just saying, I need some help. And that's so anyway, I've gone off. That's the point, is that's, you know, what is your revolution? What is your movement that you want to create? I really wanted to start thinking about that. And I know there's comments coming through, but I'm really trying to be quick. I will dedicate the last half hour for questions. Believe in magic. So, and like, believe in magic. This is work with your angelic team every single day. Trust your intuition. And I'm going to add something else on here. And I would say, start to share in the world how you're using your intuition, how you're communicating with your angels, how you're using crystals in your coaching practice, or angel cards, or start to, because that's what I'm seeing in the last 2 to 3 years, is there is this stepping out of the spiritual closet en masse. People are just saying suddenly, I'm a coach. And by the way, I'm now revealing that I'm a fucking 7th generation witch, or I'm a healer. I create creations and herbs and concoctions in my garden, and I have a cauldron or whatever. or you know, just start talking about I think it feels safe now, and I think that's why we're coming out of the closet more and more. It feels like a safer time. So believe in magic. Start to really, one of the most important statements that I ever heard in my life was from Caroline Mice. It was on Hay House radio show years and years ago. And someone came on and said, I don't even know what the question was, when am I going to get there or whatever. And she said, today, right now, this moment, you are walking on sacred ground. This is your fucking life. This is a precious, incredible, sacred moment. It doesn't have to be anything different. You know, that desire that you want in the future or that you're working towards is fine, but it doesn't take away from how incredibly important and precious and sacred this life that you're walking. Every single step and breath that you're taking is a privilege. And that was just one of the most important things that, you know, there's magic in this moment, even in the mundane. There's a beautiful book that says After the Ecstasy, the Laundry by Jack Cornfield. And it's like, we don't have to, this fucking life is ecstatic. It is, we can tap into the joy in the simple moments. I shared in the alignment program, I had a fucking love affair with a cherry tree last year. Cherry blossoms. I was literally taking photographs of this thing. I was like falling in love with the petals. I was having ecstasy, orgasmic moments with this cherry tree. It was so beautiful and perfect and sublime, and it just brought me into ecstatic states while I was physically on this planet. And it, you know, I couldn't explain that to my mother or to my husband. I could explain it in the alignment program because they get me in there. They're like, but I'm explaining it here because I guess you get me too. I'm not going to be sharing this on the street, but it's like, this is your life. This moment is magic. So start to believe with that, collect in with that. And you know, why is this a way to make money in your business or in your life? Because once you start to notice the beauty and that joy increases in your bones, your body, your fiber, your being, your cells, you literally become a magnet for money, for opportunities, for new clients. Like literally fucking magic. My husband said to me this week, like, things start to manifest, bang, bang, bang. Like, and it can be little silly things or big things, whatever you want. Literally, we were looking for some mosquito thing, and my husband said, I want to make my own natural remedy from it, because we were using all these sprays and stuff. And he says, I want to do it in a jar thing, and, you know, put the I'm not explaining this very correctly. You know those things, perfume holders, and they have sticks, and the perfume goes out into the house. So he said, I want to create one of them, but I'm just missing the holder. And I was like, oh, I'll pick one up in the shop. The next day I had my second Italian lesson, and this girl said to me, I picked these up for your daughter, and handed me this box of ceramic things. She can paint them, she can do what she wants. It was a fucking box of these things. Like, the universe, I didn't even ask for it. I was just like, oh, that's a great idea. Fucking brilliant idea. Good for us, good for the family. Yeah, I'll pick one up whenever. And I probably just forgot about it. Within 24 hours, the universe gave me a box of 20 of them. Like, you know, magic happens. Another thing that happened literally yesterday, my husband, he has this treadmill that is gifted. Like, we wanted a treadmill, and then the next week someone said, here's a fucking treadmill. The only thing is that the base is broken. So I said to him, right, find out how much your base is, get it and put it in. And for whatever reason, we just haven't got around to it. Literally yesterday or the day before, he said to me, I'm outside this house, they're throwing out this treadmill. I'm going to bring it home. I'm going to take off the base, and then I'll bring back the treadmill because the dumper, the people are coming to take it away. So he literally now has the base for free. So it's like, you know, magic starts to happen when you start to believe in it, you start to trust it, you start to use it, to really focus on it, give it some space in your life. So that's why, that's why it's a way to make money in your life and in your business. And then, so they're sort of the magical things. We're going to move into the more practical now. Let me know how this is resonating. What's your biggest aha so far? Pop in the chat. How is this? Is this sparking ideas? Is this helping you? Is this supporting you? Have you got questions? Well, I get some water here. Magic happens all the time. Yes. The universe delivers when we are in alignment. That's it. Exactly. Yes. Love it. Yes. Okay. So So we've done the magical piece, and now we're going to talk about some more practicalities. I'm going to try and keep the magic in here because I can feel my energy going, oh, fuck, we're not talking about angels anymore. So, create once and then automate. So that has been massive in my business. And anyone else that has anything to add to that, I would love to hear. But create and automate. So in the early days of business, I thought that I had to keep doing it. I had to keep delivering. I had to keep, I didn't know how to set up systems. I didn't know how to create. I didn't understand funnels. I thought I had to keep delivering live. So when I started to go online, for example, let's just say the very first program that I taught was the Transform with Angels in 12 weeks. So literally the first time I delivered that program live, so I got a group together, people paid me, I was astounded. I think it was 250 euros, about 20 people signed up. I was fucking, like, could not believe it, couldn't believe it. And maybe some of you signed up for that program, I don't know. But that was such a wonderful moment that actually people were going to pay me for my healing work. But I delivered that program live. I was delivering it in person for years, but this is the first time online where I actually delivered it. And every week I showed up on Zoom. I recorded a video and had that as an audio as well, and did a quick PDF checklist about the different archangels that we were working with. And then I shared that in a Facebook group. So that was literally my first program. And I did it as I showed up every week, and I recorded that audio and that video and that PDF. I wrote it down and I shared it in the group. So it was, now I would do things a bit differently. I would probably do a lot. I would batch my content and do those 12 sessions in 2 days and then share them. And that would be a better use of my time. But at that time, that was how I first created my first program. Was I just showed up with a group, and every week the accountability was good for me because it made me, I had to give them this content every week. So it forced me to create the course. And then at the end of that 12 weeks, I had this content created, and then all I had to do was sell it and support the group in the community. So I could create it once and then automate it. I could sell it. And then after a while, I stopped teaching that live at all. And it just became a standalone program and course. And now when I create something, everything that I create, well, this is now just since last week, everything before last month was created, and I could sell it then as a program. But up until a couple of weeks ago, and some of you who are on my list will know, literally everything is now available in the Alignment program, and I don't have anything else for sale outside of that, except one-to-one with me or VIP sessions or a coaching package. But if you're starting off in your business, that's what you can do. You can actually get a group together to pay you to create the content and then automate it, and then continue to sell that with your marketing. So the number 5, we're doing good. This is number 5, my dears, is get support. So, sorry, I want to just go back to create and automate. What's the reason for that? How can that make you money? Because when you create and you automate, it frees up your time and your energy to do more marketing, to reach, to create, build a bigger audience, to focus on your revolution or your movement, to bring more people into your community. Because literally sales, if you boil it down, is a numbers game. The more people you can get, you can reach more people. And when I say even that fucking old marketing, like the more people that you can share your healing gifts with, your message, your spiritual business, whatever it is that you want to get out into the world, the more of those people will sign up to your programs, and you can support on a deeper level then. So when you're in it and your first program and you're creating, it takes a lot of energy. So the reason that you automate it is to free up your energy so you can reach more people. That's one of the reasons I do it anyway, is so that I'm not stuck in the day-to-day. So, and the next piece is get support. So when I was first starting my business, I did everything. Now I have a team, I have a tech team, I have an accountant. You know, I did my accounts for years, terrible at them, did them for years. Now I have an accountant. I have a fantastic assistant. I have a tech team that supports me. And I have community. But I still do a lot. Honestly, I still do too much in my business. And hopefully, you know, it's a work in progress. We let go when we're ready, when we can, when more money comes in and we can bring on more people. But I would encourage you to get some sort of team support. You can literally start. I think the first assistant I had was 10 hours a month. So literally 10 hours a month. And you can find support on Fiverr, on Upwork. There's a brilliant site in the Philippines called PH Jobs Online. You know, and the other thing about that is it took me a long time to find my current assistant. It took a lot of false starts, a lot of painful relationships that started and ended. And it was a big learning for me to actually understand how to share what I needed and how to delegate and how to let go in the business. So it's not a quick fix, but it is definitely something that I want you to start to think about. If you are exhausted and you're doing too much in your business, just start, like, think about, okay, could I get somebody to upload my newsletter to my email list? Like, what would that be, an hour? Could I pay somebody an hour, 4 hours a month to do that one thing for me? You know, and just start with that, start small. So that would be get support. And the same thing as create and automate, the same reason for getting team support is that it frees up your time to expand, to grow, to reach a bigger audience. And I would even say that your resistance to team, because we can always find the money. Like, honestly, oh God, my phone is, sorry, I thought my phone was on mute. I'm just going to put that on mute. So honestly, we can find the money. You know, one of my coaches years ago said to me, and this is not really a nice thing to think about, but if somebody that you loved was in a burning building and I wanted 10 grand, would you get it to get them safe? And I was like, I would get that 10 grand in less than an hour. I would figure out how to get that. So if you're talking about, could you figure out, like, let's look at 10 euros an hour, you know, which is, you could easily find somebody 10 euros an hour, 4 hours a week. What would that be over a year? I'm terrible at math, so if somebody can do that math, what would that be? Like 10 by 4 by 12 months. Let me see if I got a calculator here. Can somebody do that math for me? Oh, here I go. Okay. 4 hours by 10 by 12. It's 480 quid. So 500 quid. So just come up with 500 quid in the next month and get yourselves an assistant or somebody that could do one small thing. So I'm just throwing it out there. You know, you don't have to commit to that, but I'm just throwing it out there. It was one of the game changers in my business when I started to delegate and bring in other support. And, you know, you can even start with just using Fiverr. Fiverr, you can just pay by the hour. Fiverr is paying people a $5, but what my experience of Fiverr is that when you pay that $5, you get below standard. So I usually try to get somebody in the middle range. So you might get somebody for a $5 to do the same task as somebody with 30 euros. So I might find somebody for 15, 25 and get them to do that task. So just, you know, but you can go to fiverr.com and find support. And then also support in terms of coaching, program, training, community. They're all really, really important, but support is a big one. So that was number 5. Number 6. Okay, so this is, I'm going to tell you number 6. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about the alignment program very briefly. And then we're going to jump into number 7, which I think is one of the juiciest ones. And it's not something that anybody's speaking about because I've just spoken to it in the last few weeks. I've been talking about it, but I've just got it clear in my head. So number 6 is track your money. Track every cent that comes in to your life and in your business. And if you are like me, you're going to resist this kicking and screaming. I resisted it for years and years. And I had one coach that literally showed me an easy way to do this. And she said, just get a piece of paper, put a line down the middle. So have at the top of it your goals for that month, your money goals for that month. So let's say, what's the next month? September. So your money goals for September. Have a base goal, have a great goal, like what you would like it to be. Have an amazing goal and have a jackpot goal. So let's just say 1,000 would be great. 5,000 would be fucking amazing, but 10,000 would be like, oh my God, I've made it. That's your goal. That's your big goal that you want in the end. So you have that at the top, and then on the two, you have a line down the middle, and on one side you have MIB, Men in Black, money in the bank. Okay, I think I made up these words. I don't know what her words were. So MIB in one column and then sales in the other column. You always have, so let's say the page is here. You always have your MIB first and your sales after, because your sales will always be higher than your MIB. Now, I don't know if I'm explaining this properly. I should probably have a sheet. I should have done fucking slides. I didn't have the time. But your money in the bank is, so for example, if somebody signs up to the alignment program on a monthly basis, they're going to pay 97 a month. So 97 is in the bank. So that's money in the bank. But the sales that we've made, that my company isn't made, not me, because that money doesn't come into my pocket, all of it. We have the MIB is 97 and the 997 is the overall sales that we've made. And there's a reason that you put them, the MIB and the sales, because there's something psychological that works in your brain, and it just shows you it just creates excitement when you see those big numbers. You can see that there's money in the bank, but that there's money coming. There's a safety. There's money coming in the future. So that can work if you have a membership for 33 euros, or the very first membership, my founding members paid 22 euros when I had the Angel Circle open. So that was literally 22 euros. And let's say for an annual sale, it was, I don't know, 300 and something euro it was. So I could see those. And then everybody that signed up throughout the month, you would just add them to your list. So the way it looked for me was that I had that these, the number would grow and the money in the bank would grow. So I would start, I would color it in. So I would literally see it rise, like filling a cup with wealth coming in. I don't know if I'm making sense. Is anybody getting this? Is that making sense? Sort of. Carolina's going, not sure. But let me just try and so I would have it like this. I don't know if you can see that. I would have it like this, and I would have, that would be my MIB, and that would be sales. And each time a sale would come in, I would have like 97 here, and I would have 997. So there would be, and I would fill that in, but the 997 is obviously more. I really need to do so you can see that they're two different. So this is smaller because it's 97, but this is bigger because it's 997. So what you would happen is that all this would start to grow throughout your month, and the excitement is like a magnet to the universe. So this sounds a bit wonky, but it fucking works. You can use this to track your business money. You can also use it to track every cent that comes into your life. So if you want to bring in, you can have these top goals. They can be my life and goals. Like, we don't have to limit the money coming in, that it has to only come in through your business. You can literally, my husband got some tax back this month of, I think it was 2,700. Now, I didn't say, oh, fuck, that didn't come in through my business. I went, great. I think we can book a nice few days away. We can pay off this. We can do this. We can do that with it. We can bring the kids to Gardaland. We can go to Aqua World. So it doesn't matter if this is, I use this for business, but you can, I've also in my life at times when I want to just bring in more abundance in general, used it for as a whole life goal. And I didn't care where that money came from. So my business brought in some of the gifts. And you can also, there's a coaching program I'm in, and they also add a value column, which I haven't really ever used, but you could use that as well, where you could, you know, somebody gifts you, hey, I don't need this dress anymore. Here you go. It's a designer Karen Millen dress, and it's like worth 600 quid. You can put that into your value column, and suddenly your column is like, oh my God, I got money and I also got value, that if I had to pay for this item, it would have cost me this. So you can very quickly, you have this visual of money growing, and that works for me, has worked for me. And I don't know, has anyone tried anything like that? Value column is very powerful. Yeah, exactly. So I hope that was a bit, I should really have a chart or something. I don't. So I hope it was useful. You know, as I was saying, I'm just trying to get you to spark some ideas. So we're coming up to the hour. I'm going to talk quickly about the alignment program, and then I'm going to jump into number 8, and then I'm opening up for Q&A. So if anyone has to leave, no problem. You know, absolutely, you know, leave when you need to leave, because I know that we're a little bit over time. I really hope that this has been incredibly valuable. I've loved it's the first webinar I've done in a long, long time. So I hope that it's been useful, but please feel free to stay or leave whenever suits you. So the alignment program, I'm going to run through it really quick. We have over 6,000 euro worth of courses and training in there. It's literally my life's work over the last 10 years teaching business. We have the Angel Circle, which is 12 Archangel modules. We do one every month, bring in an Archangel and work with that energy for that month. So it could be Michael, we work on confidence. It could be Raphael, we work on healing. It could be Gabriel, we work on your message and being seen in the world. It could be Uriel, we work on improving your intuition, and so on. That's the Angel Circle. That, in my opinion, with videos, modules, PDFs, all of the archives of 2 years of calls, is worth 997. The Abundant Heart program, some of you might even have that program. It is my signature. Get yourself online, create your first incredible package. It's worth 997. It's in there. Up to 70 or 80 or 97, I think it's 80 the last time I counted, people have gone through that program, and I see lots of them online with their spiritual businesses and getting clients using the tools and tips that they learned in that program. So Heart-Centered Sales was a VIP day I did with a program years ago called the Wealthy Lightworkers. It is off the charts, incredible. Literally everything I have ever learned about sales was put into that program. So it will support you as well to create your first VIP program. The sale price of that is over €1,000. 365 annual marketing and sales strategy, another €700. And that will teach you how to create content, how to batch it, and how to use systems so that you are not exhausted showing up on social media every single day, but that it's something else is doing that work for you, preferably a system. So we show you how to plan out your whole year, how to seasonally plan your marketing, and just give you a plan with that. So that's there. Create, host, and launch your spiritual webinars. That's all. That's a quick mini course. It's about 2 hours, and the value of that is €47. Spiritual Business Breakthrough, which is a 1-day, a live and an online event that I taught. And some content that I've shared here with you is in that, but we go a little bit deeper. It's about your roadmap to 6 and 7 figures. I haven't reached 6 figures yet. Just want to say that annually in 1 year. I've the most I've made in my business is 80,000, which is fucking nothing to sniff at, but I haven't reached the magical 6 figures yeah. And my salary has, well, the business income has fluctuated with each year. Some years, I know the year that we came to Italy, I made about 30, which was okay, but because I just had a lot of emotional stuff going on with my family as we moved. And so that has shifted and moved over the years. So just want to be transparent and honest with you. But in that program, I share the path, you know, and I think, you know, there's gifts in those moments. For me, there's a gift in that because I realized that I hadn't got enough automation in my business. So a lot of it was depending on me. So because I wasn't there, I was looking after my family, my kids, settling into school. My business reflected that in the income that year. So, you know, Spiritual Business Breakthrough is a brilliant program, and it's 297. A to Z of Angels, everything I've ever learned or want to teach about angels from past lives, from gratitude, forgiveness, everything is in that. 26 beautiful quick videos, 97. 7 steps to forgiveness, healing, and abundance. This is worth a fortune, this course, but I've kept it always at €22 to make it available to everybody. But by the way, none of these are available anymore except in the alignment program. Meet your guardian angel in 3 easy steps. And then we have all of the live coaching and support that is in there, which I think is worth the program on its own. There's the Ask Your Angels. We do a live coaching and card session monthly. So it's very easy. Maybe sitting in your pajamas and I'll just pull an angel card for you. You can ask me any question you like, life, business, relationships, whatever you want, and I will answer. We do heart mastermind sessions where you come together and you can trash out something that you're working on at the moment, get some support from your angel buddies. Get it done sessions. We're testing that out this year where you actually physically implement, so if you're there creating your first opt-in, you can physically implement that in a group. If you're struggling to just get your email list set up or to send out a weekly email, we can help you to batch. Okay, let's just get together in a group. So there's not much coaching in that. It's just literally the camaraderie of just getting stuff done together. That works for me. So that's one of the things I've included. Spiritual business Q&A and coaching, which is on Zoom once a month with me. We come together. You can ask your questions. They're just incredible. They're just incredible, loving, healing, magical, off the charts spaces. I host that space, but I get so much from it myself by just showing up, and the sharing that goes on, the authenticity. It's just one of the most magical places. This group is one of the most magical places you'll fucking find on the internet, really and truly, really. We have a member spotlight, which is our members. One member gets to share one of their healing gifts, gift us with a session or a presentation or a meditation or something like that. So, and it just helps you to build confidence as well, and just get some feedback and support from your peers, from your other fellow angelites. And we also, as I said, have a monthly archangel focus where we tune in with the energy of one archangel. So that might be, visibility, it might be courage, it might be confidence, standing up for yourself. Haniel is usually comes along around October time, and that's for healthy boundaries, which we need in every area of our life and business. So, and we also have an angel buddy system where we connect you with one other member, and you just commit to 12 weeks of just a connection, and that just helps you to keep going with the program. It helps you to have somebody on the end of the phone if you're struggling and you need some support and you can't wait for the next coaching call. And it just, people have built, like, as I said, I have friends from coaching programs that I did 10 years ago, And that's what I want from this. That it's like those friends are the ones that I can ring at 3 o'clock in the morning and in floods of tears and be like, I need some fucking help. Or I can send somebody a text first thing. And like example is Michelle. I'm just saying it because Michelle, you're here on the call. So it's just an example is Michelle this week. I just reached out and she came back like in a second. Yeah, no problem. Send me the link. I'll have a look, give you some tips. So that on its own, that's why I would join, for that level of support, coaching and community. And the whole thing, it's about €6,000 worth of courses and bonuses and support. And it's available for 97 at the moment, for another day or so a month, for 12 months. And then you have lifetime access to that. You never have to pay a fucking cent after that. You have all that coaching, all that support, all that community for as long as it's there alive on the internet, which I hope for many years to come. And then my goal is that we build a community of just incredibly supportive for this vision that I have of us as wealthy light workers going out there in the world, truly making a difference. Or you can sign up, one payment forever of $997, and you also will get a gift of a one-to-one session with me, which is worth €500. So you get that for free. So we can sit down, we can do cards, we can talk about your business, we can talk about your life, whatever. Some people come about business and we end up going into life stuff. So whatever you need, you'll get from that call. So that's if you're want to sign up and just have that one payment, and then you never have to think about it again, of $997. That is it, my darling. That's all I'm going to say about it. The link is in the comments. Come join us. My arms are open. I would love to see you there. You know, you can try it out for 7 days, and absolutely no problem if it's not for you after that and you're like, no, but nobody has so far. Everybody has, so maybe only try it out for 7 days if you really want to be there, because nobody within those 7 days that says, no, I want to go. Because it's so fucking good. It's a space for learning, but it's also the community, the love that's literally palpable in those spaces when we come together. That's all I'm going to say about it. I would love to see you there, and welcome to everybody that has already joined. Usually on these webinars, it's like fast action bonus and all that bullshit, and I haven't got time for it, and I haven't got time to think about anything. So that is it. I really don't think I can give a better offer for all of that to start with €97. So think about it, feel into your heart. If it's for you, you have another day to think about it. So we're going to move into number 8, which I think is the juiciest. Okay, let me have a sip of water. So it is create assets in your business. What's an asset? Because usually we hear about assets when we're talking about finances and money, and which I love. We hear assets and liabilities. What the hell does that mean? An asset is something that you create that generates money for you. Your business overall is an asset. The ebook that you create is an asset, because you can, the fucking simplest thing you can do is create a 30-page ebook, upload it to Amazon. Because I mean, my actual book cost me about £100 to get the cover, get a PDF transferred into a Mobi doc, and then upload it to Amazon. And then that is an asset. All I have to do is send people there, and I receive royalties from Amazon every 60 days. So every month. So after 60 days, you start to receive royalties. So that is an asset. That is a money generating thing that I have created, that supports me in my life and my business. So it's create assets. So I'm going to give you some more examples of assets. So we have books, we have ebooks, courses, any courses that you create. We spoke about create and automate. that you don't have to really think about afterwards. You just have to maybe deliver if there's a live element. So for example, the alignment program, all of those courses are already created. I don't have to redo them. I can and may in the future redo some of the videos and update them because they're all with this red-haired woman and I'm now a silver fox. So there's a big difference in who you're seeing. But all of that content has already been created once, and it can now be automated, and you can go in and avail of that, and it doesn't cost me any more energy. So it's an asset in my business. It is, I can say you can have this, this, and this, and this, and this. They are all assets in my business. So I hope this is making sense and maybe making you think about that it's not just your business, that you're actually, it's about creating assets and things that work for you, your courses. But I also want to say that your email list is an asset. That is why it's so fucking important. I have generated thousands of euros from my email list. And the bigger your email list, the bigger your community, the bigger your reach. It should be your main focus in your business, no matter where you are online, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, that you are encouraging people to come back to your email list, because it is the only place that you own, because you're paying for it. You're renting that, you're paying your provider. It's the one thing that I started. I've been paying for 10 years. I pay happily every single month because it is an asset in my business. It is a money generating thing. It is where most of my money comes from, through the emails. One of my coaches said years ago, now I'm not sure if I really buy into this now, I think the world is changing, but I thought it was an interesting thing. She said, you want more money, just email more times. Now I would say, in the Abundant Heart program, we talk about touch points. So there's a whole teaching module in there around marketing and understanding touch points. So I would say, instead of maybe email, it's about, email is one vital component, but how many times can you reach people with your message or your offering or whatever it is that you want to share, to sell. But email is really, really important. So your social media presence is an asset, but it's not really yours. So, but it's still really, really useful to build a community. But as I said, that could be taken away overnight. So it's not really a great asset. It's a good asset when it's working, but it's not one to rely on. And I'm going to just run through a couple of income streams. Somebody said, and I don't know how true this is, millionaires have 7 income streams. So, and I wanted to, when you're thinking about these income streams, not necessarily all in your business, but in your life, in the money maybe that comes in through your business, how you're going to reuse that money to get it working for you, to build more assets, more generating things in your business. So another income stream or asset is your time, is your one-to-one coaching and is your group coaching. So it's a money generating asset. It is related to your time, and your time is finite. So there is that piece around that. So your one-to-one coaching, your group programs, having an Etsy shop, that could be an income stream and an asset as you build that up and you start to put content and products and services on it. Like I used to have Kajabi. I think it's still up there with all my courses and training on it, but whenever we get to it, it will all disappear. But so you can have a shop face, you can have Shopify, you can have, I think even Instagram has a shop facility now that you can set up a shop there. You could go on Facebook Marketplace and set up your own shop there and sell your products and services. So your email list. The other thing I'm going to say here is affiliate marketing, affiliate partnerships. I spoke about this the other day on the call, but building relationships is another asset, can be another income stream with products and services that you love and that you are happy to share. That's the only caveat I say with affiliate marketing, is that you can literally put your hand on your heart and you would recommend this to your mother if you thought that it would be useful, that you literally, hand on your heart, you have to have, my sort of guiding principle around this is that I have used it myself and that I have gotten value or results, like I've got results. So if I recommend the program that teaches you how to launch, for example, I have to have got results from that, and I have to have got money so that I can say these are my results from that. So that is the only caveat. I wouldn't be an affiliate, and I'm really very choosy about who I affiliate with on a big scale. And then I only share products and services that I use in my business. Say like Canva, everybody knows I love Canva, so I could share that. Anybody can become an affiliate of Canva, and you can share that. I love Canva. Here's the link. And I shared one the other day, which I thought was really simple. Is literally, you could set up an Amazon affiliate account in 10 minutes. You can literally set this up. You get your link, you get your account, and then you can go and find products and services that you love. So a simple example would be books. You could do a book of the week, book of the month, book of Christmas books, summer books, spring books. And with each of those books, you can say, this is why I love this book. This is what I enjoyed about it. This is what I didn't like about it. Here's the link if you want to go to Amazon and buy it. And that can be your affiliate link. And you can also say, hey, this, you see lots of posts on Facebook and blogs. This post contains some affiliate links, and it enables me to be able to share this, continue to share this free content and information with you. If you click on the link, it won't cost you anything, but you'll be supporting me in my business. So, that is the simplest thing, is set up. Always meant to set up Pinterest and Amazon affiliate account, both on my to-do list. So let's take it off your to-do list and let's commit. Within the next month, Catherine, you could totally get that done. Like, it takes 10 minutes. Let's say an hour. Take an hour out, And if you really don't want to do it yourself, it takes 10 minutes to go to Fiverr and find somebody that can do it for you, or that can give you the process to do it for you, to show you how to do that. So let's that is one of the simplest ways of bringing in money into your business, and having what would you call it, a file of your affiliate links in one place is an asset of doing that. So a lot of these assets require work. They're sort of the big rocks in your business and your life. They require work in the beginning to create them, but once they're created, you can automate them. So it's going to take you work to go and think about, right, what are all the systems that I use? So I use Amazon, so let me go and create that affiliate account. I use Canva, let me go and create that. Think about something. I use Kajabi, so I have an affiliate partnership with Kajabi. There's other systems that I'm thinking Repurpose I've used. I don't use it at the moment, but I did use it in the past, so that would be one of my links, and that helps us to repurpose content across different platforms very easily with 1 or 2 clicks. So I did use that. So that would have been, I would have had a link for that, but I don't at the moment. So it requires work in the beginning, but once it's done, you can set it and forget it. You can automate that. You can include it in your emails, in your posts, in your, whatever you want, but it's an asset. And the other final thing is not related completely to business, but the money that comes into your business is when you start tracking your money that's coming in, and then you also start tracking what's going out. I've never reached this, but we should really be looking at only operating on 50% of what comes in. Like, that's the magic goal. So if for every 100 quid that comes in, you're 50% you're bringing into your account, and the rest is going back out into helping you to create assets in your business, and also into other investments. So this is a whole money conversation that we haven't got time to get into. And I am not a financial advisor, by the way. I'm still figuring out this stuff for myself, so I don't have all the answers around it. So go and get yourself some support. But It's about creating other assets outside of your business, investing in property, crypto, but that's really the gold mine. So you want to be like 4% of any investments that you make is really crypto. So, you know, really be careful. I'm not a financial advisor. Invest in precious metals, gold, stocks, shares, and I just love property. Is so we're now saving to invest in a property. You can buy properties here on auction very, very cheap in Italy, and then that becomes an asset. We have to do it up, and then we receive a rental income from that, or we could flip it. So that's one of my side sort of passions, side hustles, if you like. I don't really like that word, but one of my side passions that I just love anything to do with transforming homes and decorating, and so that is an asset that I would love to create in the future for my family. So that is it. That is all that I have to share with you, my darling. So I'm open for questions. I know we've gone a little bit over time. Have you any questions that you want answered? I'm going to go back through all the comments now. Let me know, was this useful? Was this worthwhile? Did it spark some ideas? Has it helped you? I love knowing that you can take practical action. So you can immediately start to, whether it's, okay, I need to make some time this month, I need to find a couple of hours to start thinking about affiliates, where I could create that passive income, that asset in my business. Or now I'm going to start focusing on my email because I understand why now, or whatever it is. I would love to know. So I'm going to just run through the comments and see if there's any questions and just answer them. Quite a lot of comments. So anyone that you need to go, you can go now. Absolutely no problem. So lovely to see so many of you joining, being here with me today. I really hope that this was useful. Carolina says, I remember those sessions. So you were with me in the early days, my darling. I remember you and your lovely face. You've changed a little bit. You've grown up a little bit. Oh, I love that. Oh, Carolina's from Brazil. Oh, love that. Beleza. Beleza. Um pó de saudade. I miss Brazil. I miss Brazil. A little bit of yeah. I hope you enjoyed this, Carolina. So I had that fear at the weekend. I did some clearings. Catherine said, I did some clearings on my feelings and I now have 4 or 5 signed up and 4 deposits paid for my bars classes. So it's like that's around the doing the energetic work magnetically brings in whatever it is when you also make space in your life. I'm going to repost the link to the alignment program. I would love to see some more of you joining us there. You're welcome to go take a look on that page. If you have any questions, come back to me. Let me just see any other questions. So I lost, oh my God, Amanda says she lost a private Facebook group with 60,000 members. Fuck. One day there, gone the next. Yeah, like I lost 3,000 on my Facebook page. Like, thank, oh, 6,000, I don't know how I would feel about that. So yeah, it's a hard lesson to learn, but really, you know, your email list is king. Yeah. Oh, and Sunita says something brilliant here. Only choose social media platforms which work for your business. You don't need all of them. Love that advice. So, and I would, you know, I use Facebook groups, my profile, and Instagram at the moment. And I share a lot on YouTube, but I don't really give it any focus. So LinkedIn works for some people. So yeah, and an email list. Yeah. Steph says homes as vision boards via feng shui and decluttering, allowing females to follow their desires. Okay, love that. So I would say to you, Stephanie, is hopefully you've gone and you've watched part 1 and 2 of the Abundance Masterclass. Okay, go and do it, love. Go and do it. It will literally, the first video is about 25 minutes. The second one is about 15. And then download the 2 BFs, PDFs and just read. Give your, like, fucking go sit on the bed, put the kids, I don't know if your kids are young. Bob the Builder was a fucking godsend in my house when I had to study or learn. You know, do what you have to do to just get yourself that time and go and watch that, because that will help you get a beautiful statement there around that, really give you some clarity. So, and then come into the group and ask for coaching and support. When you've done it, come in, say, Aisling, take a look at this. I'm here for another couple of days. So Muriel's has to give people hope beyond no hope to survive trauma. Love that, Muriel. Sunita, I'm a creative design consultant serving heart-led business owners. Love it. Love all that. So post all that into the Facebook group and I can take a look at it and give you some tips. Okay. Lionsgate Energy, massive this week. No coincidence we're doing this workshop this week. Okay, so I'm going to skip through and hopefully get some questions here. Okay. So people are coming and going. That's great. You can watch the replay if your connection isn't. Like the idea of the expansive sales column. Yes, the expanding sales column. Value column, powerful. Okay, here's a question. What would it take to have, for me to have never enough money? What would it take? I'm not understanding that question, Catherine. So if you want to clarify that, and always too much to spend, an access conscious question to ask and not try to answer, but to leave it open to the universe. Okay. So what would it take for me to have, instead of never enough, I would say more than enough money, and always more than enough to spend or too much to spend? So just, that's the question Catherine is throwing out to us there to allow our minds to work on. Amanda says, I always consider wealth in terms of something extra that comes during the month. So Etsy, eBay, Vinted, card readings, hobby. Yeah, love all those streams. Nothing more valuable than being part of an amazing community. Ebook on Canva, Pinterest, the selling opportunities there, products and services. I didn't know that. Fantastic. Okay, more ideas added to the IMAP list. Okay, brilliant. So I'm not seeing any questions. Maybe I'm missing them. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions. So I hope that answered as much. I really hope that it gave you value. I hope you enjoyed it. And we're bang on an hour and a half. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for joining me today. Ah, heart pops up. How'd you do that? Fucking brilliant. How'd you do that? Wow, that's new.
Nice interactions.
Ah, never knew that.
You can go celebrate heart. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, thanks a million for that. Great, you learn something new every day. So from the bottom of my heart, I hope that this has given you something, some type of support, and that you are ready to be just fucking really rock it yourself, your spiritual business, your life. I want you to be the biggest version of yourself you possibly can. I am sending you so many angels, so much love and support. I hope that this has helped you some way on your journey. Thank you for being here. I can feel your love, and have an amazing day. And for anyone that feels called, I would love to see you in the alignment program. My arms are open. We're there waiting for you. I'm going to unmute everybody for a moment. Not something you traditionally do on Zooms, but we do it on our calls all the time. Unmute everybody and just say goodbye. Say whatever you want to say. A quick goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Aisling.
Bye.
Amazing. Bye, everybody.
Have a good one. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao, everybody. Bye.